Hello, my name is Corey Sainez, the Chief of the Buena Park Police Department. This critical incident community briefing is intended to provide you with information about an officer-involved shooting that occurred on Friday, September 3rd, 2021 in the 6800 block of Orangethorpe Avenue. You are about to see relevant video footage and photographs, as well as hear audio recordings and learn of other related evidence so you have a better understanding of what occurred during this incident. An officer-involved shooting is a tragic event for everyone, for our officers, for our community, and for the family members of those involved. These incidents demand the highest level of scrutiny and rightfully are a matter of public concern. The Buena Park Police Department conducts exhaustive investigations following any officer-involved shooting. The investigation related to this incident is still ongoing and could take up to 1 year to complete. With that in mind, we withhold judgment and do not draw any conclusions about whether or not our officers acted within our policies and in accordance with the law until after all the facts are known and the investigations are complete. A word of caution: the images and footage you are about to see may be disturbing. When a police officer uses force to arrest a suspect or defend against an attack, it can be graphic and difficult to watch. In addition, there may be strong language used by those shown in the video. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for young children and sensitive viewers.
Hello, my name is Chad Weaver, the Public Information Officer for the Buena Park Police Department. This critical incident community briefing is intended to provide you with information about an officer-involved shooting that occurred on Friday, September 3rd, 2021. On that date, at approximately 1:59 p.m., a Buena Park police officer was patrolling the area of Orangethorpe Avenue and Western Avenue when he noticed a silver SUV collide with a school bus. Upon further observation, he watched the driver of the vehicle, pictured here, and later identified as Cedric Baxter, exit the SUV, produce a gun, and shoot at the bus. The officer immediately responded to render assistance, at which time Mr. Baxter ran back to the SUV and fled the location in the vehicle. In response to his observations, the officer initiated a vehicle pursuit. As the officer pursued the vehicle, the school bus tried to flee the area. However, Mr. Baxter used the SUV to repeatedly ram the bus. The following is dash cam footage of the incident as it unfolded.
I'm out with the 450 cover. March to the
32 copy, out with the 417. Confirm. 918.
I'm westbound. Orange slope from Western. Any problem. Trying to run over the school bus.
32 copy. What's the answer from
415 copy. Let me know the units go through, please.
confirm 31 and 35 in route?
We're south on Western front of Orange Slope now. I believe the shot at the school bus. Trying to ram me off the road.
Copy south on Western, possibly shot fire.
To the west side, to westbound on Walnut. I'll continue south on Western.
Copy westbound Westbound.
Westbound Otero from Western.
For the next several minutes, Mr. Baxter led Buena Park police officers on a high-speed pursuit throughout the city, operating the vehicle in a dangerous and extremely unsafe manner, driving with a wanton disregard for the rules of the road and the motoring public. At one point, Mr. Baxter drove to the Buena Park School District bus maintenance yard, located in the 6800 block of Orangethorpe Avenue, and entered the facility. He circled a parking area and then headed back out to city streets. Mr. Baxter continued to drive recklessly by speeding, driving over sidewalks, and running stop signs. At times, he drove the wrong way and nearly collided with several vehicles. Approximately 9 minutes after the pursuit was initiated, Mr. Baxter drove back to the Buena Park School District bus maintenance yard. When he arrived, he crashed through a locked gate and then rammed a parked vehicle. Shortly after, an officer-involved shooting occurred. The following is dash cam footage of Mr. Baxter returning to the school bus maintenance yard, his actions, and the subsequent officer-involved shooting.
If you're going to lead in and drop out, your front tire is about to come off.
I'm wrong way and westbound on Orangethorpe. So I'm wrong way and then westbound on Orangethorpe.
Wrong way, westbound Orangethorpe.
Number 1 pursuit.
10 bar.
My vehicle's VO. I'm going to be at 76 Gun.
32 heavy.
Into the parking lot of the school, guys. We got people back here in the school. You guys gotta jam them up. We gotta stop this. We got citizens back here. And sorry, alright, you're in the school.
All Buena Park Police Patrol officers are equipped with body-worn cameras. Per Buena Park Police Department policy, all body-worn cameras must be worn in a forward-facing position that facilitates comprehensive recordings of contacts and/or incidents. You're about to view body-worn camera footage from that perspective. It is important to keep in mind that body-worn cameras are an investigative tool, and like any device, they have limitations. Body-worn cameras do not necessarily capture everything an officer sees, just like a body-worn camera may capture something an officer does not see. Further, body-worn cameras do not have the ability to depict what an officer is feeling or experiencing during a given incident. The following footage is from the primary officer's body-worn camera.
I'm going to be at 76 Gun.
32 heavy.
Into the parking lot of the school, guys. We got people back here in the school. You guys gotta jam them up. We gotta stop this. We got citizens back here.
Units are blocking another driveway.
Come down. Lava, hold on. Stand by. Everybody stand by. Drop the gun. Stand by. Do the gun. Drop the gun. Stand by. There's a gun in his hand. Stand by. Drop the gun. Stand by. He has a gun in his hand. Gun in his left hand. He has a gun. Drop the gun. 601. Stand by. He has a gun in his hand. Stand by.
After the officer-involved shooting, and when the scene was safe, officers began rendering medical aid to Mr. Baxter, including applying a tourniquet. Paramedics from the Orange County Fire Authority responded and assumed care. Mr. Baxter was pronounced deceased at the scene. The following are evidentiary photographs of the weapon Mr. Baxter used in connection with this incident. And this is an evidentiary photograph of the bullet strike on the school bus. Buena Park Police Department homicide detectives responded to the location and initiated an investigation related to this incident. The investigation revealed that this was not a random act, but the school bus driver was Mr. Baxter's wife, and he intended to murder her. The victim had an active domestic violence restraining order against Mr. Baxter for a recent domestic violence incident perpetrated in Los Angeles County. The investigation also revealed there was a 6-year-old boy on the bus at the time of this incident. Mr. Baxter had an extensive criminal history, including prior convictions for rape, armed robbery, voluntary manslaughter, narcotic-related offenses, and domestic violence. At the time of this incident, he was on active CDC parole for vehicle theft with priors, and his parole had been revoked. Further, there was an active parole violation warrant for Mr. Baxter, and he had cut off his GPS monitoring device related to his status as a sex offender.
In the city of Buena Park, when a critical incident such as an officer-involved shooting occurs, 3 simultaneous investigations are immediately initiated. The Orange County District Attorney's Office conducts the primary investigation into the actions of the involved officers to determine whether their actions were within the law. The Buena Park Police Department's homicide detail investigates criminal conduct of any potential suspects prior to or during the incident. The third is an internal administrative investigation. This investigation examines any areas where improvement can be made and determines whether the actions of the involved officers were within policy and consistent with our training. If you would like more information on the Buena Park Police Department's use of force policy, please visit www.bppd.com.